Hello everyone, welcome back to my video diary. Sorry there wasn't a video last week. I was home for Easter and all my stuff was spread out over everywhere between here and home and stuff, so I thought I'd just put 2 weeks into 1 week, cram it all in. So yeah, I think I'll get started now just by showing you the bananas that I finished. So yeah, this is the finished article, these three, and I'm quite happy with how they turned out. I think still this one's my favourite one, but yeah, I really like those. Seeing the colours together has really helped with actually weaving them, and yeah, just I was testing out these colours and stuff, which is really great, and I could test out my dyed yarns as well. And so something else I've done is I've been to B&Q. Just put those out of the way. So I've been collecting up these colour chips ready for this book, which I've not actually done much in since I last showed you, but yeah, these chips are a bit more like the colour palette that I actually have. The ones that I've been using have just sort of been ones that I just had about, but these ones are more the colour palette that I'm using, and yeah, I got some Pantone ones as well. So yeah, I'm happy with this selection. I'll definitely be using that in this little guy probably this week. So yeah, happy with those. Next, this is my technical file. Now you've not seen it yet because it's been very much in progress. I can give you a full run through now. So this is the Ann Taylor, the boards, how they sort of the development. This is the warp, what the warp was like, and then these are all the samples, which I've recorded the colours and the pattern, the techniques and everything, and I've just written a little design evaluation about them, and I drew the lifting plan and the threading plan up there, so that it's all recorded and in there and easy to see how I did stuff. So then there's the loft stuff, and then this is the dye proformer. This is the little part that was dyed and we burnt a bit to see what it was made from. So that's all of these guys. Oh. Yeah, and then lastly, but not least, blue and grey. And that's the warp, and that's the threading, and this is the samples. So I'll just take you to the end of these. Now we get onto the warp that my cotton warp that I did. I've just been so this was like my rough sketches that I drew out, not sketches, but the information that I drew out, and so I've done it all neatly and nicely in a thing like this. This is the white one, but obviously I can't draw in white, and I've just started to write out the threading plans for these. They're very long. It took me a while because I take a picture of the lags and then I can like redraw it out here. It takes quite a while sometimes. So yeah, obviously I still need to get pictures of those or scans, but that's when they'll be all finished, which they still aren't, but that's my bad. And then this is my first plastic warp that I did. This is tiny little threading clam, and I've started writing these ones as well, and this stuff's like quite boring to watch, but it really does take time, and this is like the stuff that I leave because I find it quite dull. And then this is my die. This was the original tester, and then these are the two that I tested on later, and that's as far as we've got. So need to crack on with that, and I'll show you for why in a bit, but first I'll just show you what I've been doing on the computer. So I've just been sorting out my contextual file a bit. Lots to do still, but it's getting there. It's sort of more into chapters now, and I can start like writing little summaries of each chapter, and really delving into what this project's about, and really thinking about my research. Why am I drawn to these things, and that sort of stuff, which should be it just should help be helpful in writing my contextual synopsis, which I'll be doing in a few weeks' time, and also just to help in this last little push, just sort of why do I do things, why am I doing this theme, and what excites me about this theme, etc, etc. Something else that I did while I was at home was I did a little photo shoot with my my little like coaster type weaves that I made, and it was a lovely sunny day, and I went to the garden, and I basically used them as coasters to sort of visualize them, and also get an idea of what sort of direction am I heading in, and it was really, really fun, and I took a lot of photos, as you can see. So that was focusing on the coasters that I'd done, but I also did I also took some other photos over the over that day, and it was sort of like a fruit photo shoot, and some of them had the pictures of the drinks in, some of them didn't. Let's get so yeah, I started focusing in on the fruit, and like different compositions with the fruit, and taking inspiration from the fruit artists that I have looked at, and just getting it stuck in, really. I had loads of different fruit there. I had kiwis, I had lemons, I had oranges, I had strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blood orange, and pineapple. I think that's everything. As you can see, I had to take quite a lot, and I was just getting it just right, and it was a lovely sunny day. I could really portray like the feel of this project, the sunny, the fun, the outdoorsy, the stuff that I really enjoy. So that's just kind of a sneak peek, but next week I'm really going to look through these all of these and edit them, and choose the best ones, and I think I'm going to put them in a sketchbook, can really show off these pictures because I'm quite happy with how they came out. They look really exotic. And lastly, I want to talk about this guy. So these are the weaves from a warp that I did last week, and basically this is the reason I didn't have a video last week, was because I wanted to have this in the video and I left it here. So we'll start at the beginning, I guess. It's quite heavy just because it's all made of plastic. It's really heavy and not very easy to move around, but to try and show you as best as can. I went for a very stripy warp, and yeah, I just went a bit mental. These are the yarns that I got from America, and I wanted to show them off to their best ability, and I wanted to make these like placemat size. It's a shame these weren't done for the photo shoot, but as you can see, I've not melted them yet, so they're not quite right. They would definitely untangle if I cut here. But I've tried to make them like a little bit larger than placemat size, so that I can cut, so that when it melts, it's all right. It sort of just melts down to the right size, and it's also so that I can cut the edges and make them nice and neat. And as you can see, like, it's quite bobbly. Like, it bobbled out a lot more than I expected. But this one in particular, I'm not really happy with it. I'm not happy with how this has gone. It's made that massive gap and stuff. I'm going to try and sort it out while we melt it. Maybe like stretch it. I don't know. But yeah, a bit annoyed about that. But when we melt it, all these holes should close up a little bit. It won't be fully closed, I don't think, but they should close up a bit. So yeah, they're all different. They're all sort of bigger versions of the coasters, and once I've melted them, I'll sort of demonstrate that to you. But yeah, I got this warp done very fast, and I'm really happy with this one, the wavy, because it didn't look so good on the loom, but when it's off, it looks cool. Yeah, and then this bit is just the tester for the heat press. We'll see how it heat presses. I would show you some pictures of it on the wall, the loom and stuff, but by now you kind of know what the deal is, and this is quite a long video anyway. But yeah, it was fun. I think I'll do one more warp before the end. Currently we've got 5 weeks until the deadline, so that's a little bit scary. But yeah, we'll see how much I can get done before then. Yeah, these are these guys. Happy with them overall, and we'll see how they melt. It's quite exciting. And then I'll probably do a similar photo shoot with these. Possibly the coasters. I'll have to work that out. But yeah. So that's what I've done over the past 2 weeks, basically. It's been sort of covering everything, trying to do a little bit of everything and spin all those plates and try to keep everything afloat. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress that's going on. It's a very stressful time trying to get everything done for the hand-in, but yeah, it's starting to look more like a reality. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. This time it will be, because I am back here for the duration of the term. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.